بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to a new episode of Reaching Out. How to convey the message to others. How to convey the message of Islam in a nice and a wise way. This is the main theme of our program. I would like to quickly review what we have done before in the last meetings. So we started with the question, as you see there, from where should we start? I then talked about what? The heart.
Yes.
We should start from the heart. My heart. On one hand, you start with your own heart. Make it pure, clean, cleanse it with, iman and loving goodness for all people. Your intention is to give, inshallah, this dawah to all people, Muslims or non-Muslims, to make them better believers, better people, better human beings. Ultimately, all of us, God willing, will go to paradise, the Jannah, inshallah. On the other hand, how to win the hearts of others? You invite to Allah. So we have to be concerned, creative, and, interesting in attracting others to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not to do it in a boring way. Sometimes people get bored.
Yes.
So let's be creative in attracting others to who?
Allah.
To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I mentioned that you find, or you might find, some locks on the hearts of some people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, على قلوب أقفالها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains or describes some hearts having locks.
Yes.
There are locks on some of the hearts. Different locks, different stereotypes, different false notions, prejudgments, different things. So how can we unlock or remove these locks? We need what?
Keys.
We need keys. And let me now share with you some keys for winning hearts. How to win the hearts to Islam, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in general. The first key is what? To have good first impression. And this includes many, many things. Your attitude. What is your attitude when you talk? Do you feel arrogant? I will teach you now about Islam. You know nothing. Let me teach you something now. How about that? This is an attitude.
Yes.
And there is another attitude. If you talk with them in a humble way, brothers, I would love to share with you some ideas, some methods in giving dawah to non-Muslims. Would you like to have, some more information about Islam so you can ask in this way or something similar to it? The first impression also includes your appearance. You represent what? You represent Islam and Muslims. So try your best to be a good ambassador for Islam and Muslims. The first impression might cover also the way you talk. do you use a nice word or negative or dirty word? I don't want to use some, bad words, like some might say, you stupid, you don't understand, or say, oh my dear brother, let's help each other to understand this point. So your word, your attitude, your smile gives what? Gives good impression or bad impression?
Good impression.
If you frown, if you look at others in a kind of, putting down others, like, who are you? Like saying, who are you? Look at me. So the way you look, the way you speak, the body language also is included in your first impression that you can, give to others. Respecting time. For example, if you have an appointment at 9:30 a.m. and you go there at 10:30, what is the impression?
Very bad.
It is a very bad impression. If you talk with non-Muslims or if you have an appointment with a non-Muslim, he might conclude, look at Muslims, do not respect time. I have been waiting now for about an hour from 9:30 to 10:30 and he is late. So this is part also of first impression. There are many, many, many things. Let me go to another key. That is, so this is the good first impression. And now you see the pictures here. What's the impression you get? What's the impression you get looking at the pictures?
Good impression.
Look at this, mashallah, face, cheerful face. Seems to be confident. First impression, right? This is the first thing comes to your... Look at the kids here. He seems to be shy, right? This is maybe the first impression you get, right? He seems to be kind of shy. So this is the first impression. So we have to be careful about the first impression to make. They might turn off when you criticize someone from the beginning, or you attack him, or you say something bad about him. He might turn off. Maybe you might be a great scholar, a great teacher. Says, I don't like that teacher. Didn't you hear that before?
Yes.
Some students say, I hate that teacher. He does not respect us. He keeps just shouting at us. And subhanAllah, this student might finish his schooling. He might graduate, but he still remembers that first moment he met that teacher. He says, I don't like him. I hated English. Some students tell me, I hated English because of our teacher at the elementary school or at the middle school. They had what? A bad
impression.
A bad impression. Smile, a sincere smile. Look at his face. Don't you feel comfortable? When you look at a smiling face, he feels comfortable, and also you feel what? Comfortable. If you look at a person frowning all the time, who does not smile all the time, what do you think of him? What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with him? He doesn't smile all the time? Just smile. Remember we talked about the hadith, the tradition of the Prophet ﷺ, where he said, وَتَبَسُّمُكَ فِي وَجْهِ أَخِيكَ صَدَقَةٌ. So when you smile in the face of your brother, you get what? Charity. It is a very easy way to get hasanat, rewards, sadaqat. Through what? Just a smile. It doesn't cost that much. Good speech. الكلمة الطيبة صدقة. Good word, good speech is charity.
Charity.
Another way of getting rewards, another way of getting hasanat is just to say something good. Look at us sometimes how we, talk to others. Sometimes to our wife, to our spouses, to our kids, to those who are around us. Instead of saying, لو سمحت, please give me that book. Someone say, bring that book. You see the difference?
Of course. Even the tone.
Even
In the tone.
the tone. Also, it has another dimension, right? So you can ask Brother Ahmed, you are late. You are late. This conveys a message,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And instead of, are you late, brother? Sorry for that. How about that? You see the difference?
Yes.
So a good word has many, many meanings and has different dimensions. Just one word. You can say it differently. Late? Late. Oh, he is late. You can say it in different ways. So we have to be careful about even the tone. The way we say things. Sometimes we criticize others just by the tone of the word. Not by the word itself, but by the tone, how we say it, how we utter it. So we have to be careful. To give what? Good impression, be careful about these things. Mention benefits. How? What do I mean by mentioning benefits? And this is, inshallah, what I'm going to talk about after the break. Thanks for all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.